Hi, this is Noel with Mosio and Text Librarian. Wanted to quickly introduce our SMS alerts and quick send features for you for those who like to watch videos instead of reading stuff on the website. If you like to read, we've got great information on this, but I wanted to just verbalize why we're excited, why the libraries that we've been talking to are excited, and exactly some of the specifics about getting up and running. So first, SMS alerts, which we call text message alerts and announcements. Essentially what it is, it allows you to set up a subscriber list of patrons who have opted in to receive text messages from your library. So it's essentially mobile marketing for your library. You can, even if you don't consider what you do marketing, it's outreach to the community to let them know about events, new collections, things that are going on in your library, guest authors, anything that you can come up with to get them interested in coming back into the library and maintain that relevance on their phones. Over 90% of text messages are read, making it a much better channel than email to reach patrons. And it's just a great medium to get in touch with patrons. The other benefit of using it is that you can send out a note, and then if they reply back, it will post to your microboard. So you can reply back to them and start that conversation. How it works: patrons register their phones. We always encourage you to register your patrons' phones as quickly as possible by having them text your keyword to the number 66746. We actually call this process text for instructions, and it's how you get patrons to text you questions. It's how you get them to sign up for these alerts, and for all intents and purposes, it is always how you will register patrons and explain to them how your services work when it comes to text messaging. So the step one is to update your text for instructions message. We've actually done this for you. If you are interested in this and you're actually listening to this video, watching this video right now, your text for instructions instructions have already been updated with this number 2. Reply with alerts for opt-in alerts. So the example in this is we're using AskTal as our keyword. The patron texts in AskTal to 66746 and they get this reply. The old reply used to just have number 1 and 3, and now it says reply with alerts. It's important to note that alerts will, if they text alerts or they reply with alerts after they text in your keyword, that signs them up. There's other instructions that I'll let you read, but do not promote texting alerts to 66746 in your materials on your website. It just makes it a little more confusing, and it actually won't be associated with your library. As is obvious as what I've said from what I've said before on this video, we recommend using this method to announce your alerts and encourage people to register their phones. So it's right here. To sign up for alerts, text your library keyword to 66746 and then follow the instructions. You can use that on all marketing materials and on your website and everything else. If you want, you can go ahead and give it a try. It's active on your library's microboard right now. And that's basically it. So step 2, get patrons to register their phones. There's different ways of doing it, but we've got these cards we're going to be sending out to people. We've sent out some already to some folks. You basically write in your library's keyword. This works for getting people to ask you questions, and it's also for getting them to sign up for your alerts and announcements. Now, there's some important elements that we want to explain to make sure that that your library and everyone is compliant with the CTI Wireless Association and also the MMA. Basically, there are some specifics and the way that the words that you say and how you say them. After you promote texting your keyword to 66746, on the page, on every page that you say that, it has to say message and data rates may apply. Text stop to 66746 to opt out. Text help to 66746 for help. This has to be in bold to make it different from the rest of the instructions on that particular page. Also, there needs to be a link to a privacy policy, preferably yours, but if you don't have a privacy policy, we've got a standard one that you're more than welcome to use. We listed the URL out here, but it can just be a link in privacy if you wanted to. Also, support. If you want, you can use our support at Mosio project. We just hope and encourage you to let the patrons know that that's support for the text librarian function. But the reality is, if they're asking for help, we encourage you also to have your own email address that they can send support questions to. If they send us a support question, we always guide them to the appropriate library and help them out so they can get in the right spot. Again, all this stuff is on the page. The explanations and exceptions, I just explained all those. And then the best practice for registering patrons, tell them to text your keyword to 66746. It absolutely works. Step 3 is creating, scheduling, and sending a text message alert. I'm not going to go over that because there's an additional video here that Gabriel's done, and it does a great job of explaining it. Next, we'll explain quick send, or what we're calling single patron messaging. What it is, it addresses an individual patron communication by sending a fast one-time message to a single patron. Basically, what it is if a patron walks up to the reference desk and says, "Hey, I need some help looking up information about my family, my grandfather and my great-grandfather." Typically, what would normally happen is you would say, "Give me your phone number, give me your email address, or come back in a half an hour and I'll have the information for you." Now, with Quick Send, you can actually take that patron's phone number and their name, and you can enter it into your microboard and send them the information that you found, an update, or just a, "Hey, come back to the desk, everything is ready." What you do is you'll look in your microboard and you'll see the part that says new SMS, and then you fill out the information. If you don't have their information, if you don't have their first or last name, it's not a big deal. You just enter in their number. So in this example, fill out the information. "Hi, was able to find that thing you were looking for that you couldn't find because librarians are awesome." Absolutely true. I always click to hide the username and answer and hide the SMS and footer. You click send. The patron will get that text message, and then they can respond and have a conversation with you. Again, all this stuff takes place on the microboard. So say they've left the library, you can send them that, start that conversation, have your text chat conversation with them, and move forward. There's a video here on how to do that. Again, it's great, and you can watch that too. Some frequently asked questions, they're at the bottom. I won't read them all now, but you're more than welcome to check it out. But once again, the important things are that you can't just upload a bunch of numbers and start texting people. It's just not allowed. And you definitely need this information on your website that talks about opt-out information, message and data rates may apply. If you don't have that information on your website, there's an audit bot that goes around and looks for our shortcode and all shortcodes on the web. We get a notification, and then we will send you a note and say, "Please update this information." It just needs to be somewhere on that particular page. So if you've got a footer for your website, have the webmaster just put that information at the bottom. I'll scroll down real quick so you can see we have it as a standard footer for all of our on all of our pages. So message and data rates may apply. Text stop to 66746 to opt out. Text help to 66746 for help. Privacy link and support, and that is basically it. We thank you for being one of our customers. We hope you like this feature as much as we do, and as everyone else is telling us they like it. And if you have any questions in getting set up or just ongoing, you can always email us at support@textilibrarian.com. Thanks, and have a great day.